Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree, and here on my channel I create lifestyle, productivity, and self-improvement videos. So if that's your type of content that you like to watch, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you are notified of when I post new videos. In this video, I'm going to be planning and prepping for 2024. The new year is upon us. Like, maybe the time you guys watch this video, it might already be the new year, but currently in real time, aka past time, it is Wednesday, December the 27th, and I said, okay, it's time to buckle down and really start getting ready for 2024. Since I only have a few more days of 2023, I thought it would be perfect for me to really start planning and prepping for the new year. I love when we're around this time and we're about to start a new year. I don't know, I love resetting my life and getting my life together, creating new goals for the upcoming year. Therefore, I want to share some of my 2024 goals. I also want to reflect with you all about how 2023 went, and I want to do a little bit of planning, cleaning, preparing, and just getting my whole life together. Basically a whole reset. First, I want to discuss a little bit about my 2023 goals and if I achieved them or not. Then I'm going to talk about my 2024 goals and kind of the things that I want to accomplish. Not kind of, the things that I want to accomplish for this upcoming year. So let's get into that little conversation and discussion and move from there. All right, y'all, let's discuss some of my 2023 goals and if I achieve them or not. Before I discuss some of my goals for 2023 this year and if I achieve them, I had 2 words for this year. And usually, I don't know if you guys have heard kind of like this saying, like, my word for this year is intentional, or blank blank blank, whatever you want that word to be. And really, I believe it's people choosing a word that they are trying to work towards or aim for, or that is going to give them motivation. Or maybe that word that you chose for yourself is a theme that you want to have for the whole year, if it's motivation or accountability or whatever. And so I had 2 words for this year, for 2023, and my 2 words were discipline and consistency. I struggled a lot in 2022 with being disciplined and consistent in certain areas of my life, and I was like, you know what, 2023 is going to be my year where I get a little more disciplined and a little more consistent in some of the areas in my life that I want to improve and work on. So I can say I was more disciplined this year than I was in previous years, but consistency was really the theme of this year. Consistent with just showing up for myself, going to the gym, my health and wellness goals, saying no when I didn't want to do something or go somewhere, just being consistent with my own word. Like, if I said I'm not going to do something, or if it doesn't bring me joy, I simply didn't do it. So those are my 2 words for 2023. I highly recommend that you all choose a word for yourself or a theme that you want to improve and work on for 2024. I was listening to another YouTuber. I'll put her name on the screen, and I love her videos. You all should check her out. And her word for 2024 that she shared on her channel was going to be, I think it was unstoppable. I believe she said her word for 2024 is unstoppable. And I was like, man, and it was crazy because a few weeks ago I created, on my notes app, I wrote down different words or themes that I want my 2024 to be. Like, is it going to be motivation, intentional, whatever, unstoppable? I wrote that on there, and I love that. I think that is amazing. All right, y'all, I have my phone right here with me, and I have a list of all my 2023 goals, and I'm just going to be reading them off and saying yes, I achieved them or not. Kind of put my 2023 goals in kind of like categories, like spiritual discipline, career and professional, health and wellness. So I'll discuss my health and wellness first goals before I move into the other ones. So some of my health and wellness goals for 2023 was to work out more, and I definitely did that. One of my health and wellness goals was to work out more. I definitely did that, and which I'm very proud. I was definitely very consistent with working out and going to the gym than I have ever been before. And I'm just getting started. Like this was just like ripping the band-aid off this year, but 2024 I'm going even harder in the gym in my health and wellness. So another goal for myself was to prioritize self-care and to come up with a self-care routine. And I would say I somewhat accomplished this, because I would say I would have a day or 1 or 2 days throughout the week where I really kind of practice like my self-care, and just I didn't do anything. And so I haven't came up with a solid morning and night routine or even self-care routine, and that's something I want to work on in 2024. Actually, I'm improving that right now as we speak. So yeah, that's something I want to work on. Another health and wellness goal that I set for myself was to lose at least 10 pounds this year. And I'm happy to say that I lost 8 pounds. I did not lose 10 pounds this year, but I have seen significant changes in my body because I incorporated fasting into my lifestyle now. So now I'm going to talk about my career / professional goals that I set for 2023. One of my goals, like my number one goal this year, was to obtain a full-time job as a community college counselor. Unfortunately, I did not obtain a full-time position as a community college counselor. However, I was able to land another part-time position, so I technically was able to start work at 2 colleges this year as a community college counselor. So yeah, that was one of my number one goals this year, was to obtain a full-time position with benefits, okay? And that did not happen, but I know God is working all things out for my good when it comes to job situations and all that. So I am still hoping and praying that I can land a full-time position next year. So we'll see what happens. Another one of my career goals was to obtain a certificate in anything, like was it like professional development or anything professional development when it pertains to my specific career and job. I was able to obtain a professional development certificate in becoming an online instructor in the district that I work for, and that was a huge accomplishment. So, and that was one of my goals, so I can say I can check that off off the list. So I did accomplish that. And I also wrote this in as one of my fourth goal or my third goal for my career and professional goals, was to learn, grow, make mistakes, and get back up again. And I can say I learned a lot in my career because it was my first full year as a community college counselor. So I learned a lot, I made mistakes, I grew a lot, and I got back up again. And I'm so proud of myself for just not beating myself up too much and not allowing myself to stay down in the negativity when I got there. I was able to persevere and get back up and learn from my mistakes, because I'm a new counselor. I'm definitely going to make mistakes. Next goal that I set for myself for 2023 to accomplish is a little outside of the career and professional development area and more in the self-branding kind of passion project area, and that is my YouTube channel. One of my goals was to get monetized. Unfortunately, I did not get monetized this year, but I'm very close to, and so next year that is the goal, is to aim to get monetized and continue to grow here on YouTube, and just to grow my channel and community here on my small side of the internet. So yeah, didn't get monetized, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. But yeah, y'all, those are some of the goals for 2023 that I set for myself, and I achieved some and I did not achieve others, but that's okay. All right, y'all, it's the next day, and today I want to do some journal reflection on just this past year and different things I have learned. I found some journal prompts on Instagram. Actually, I just came across this girl Instagram, I'll pop it right here, and she had created I don't know if she took it from anybody, but I don't know, but I really like those 2 journal prompts. So she posted on her Instagram end of the year journal prompts for people, like different questions that can kind of help guide us or guide people when they're writing or reflecting on 2023. I stumbled across that post last night and I was like, you know what, that would be perfect to do tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that today. And then also I am going to finish up creating my vision board. I actually was listening to, I don't know if it was like a podcast or a YouTube video, but they mentioned in that podcast episode, in that video, how you probably should not show everybody your vision board. So I'm not going to show like my personal vision board for 2024 because I just feel like I don't want to show anybody that. I just want to keep it to the chest. I want to keep it to the heart. So I usually do show my vision boards and different things like that every year, but I'm actually kind of keeping that to myself and just keeping it between me and God. And yeah, so I'm not going to do that, unfortunately. However, I'm going to take you all along with me and showing you how I create my yearly kind of like motivational vision board from my phone. And so as you all see, I have like a cute little vision board that are vision inspo. I don't know, it's like vision board, but like kind of like a yearly wallpaper that I create every single year for my iPhone. And so this year was all about like motivation to keep going. And so I accumulated different pictures from Pinterest that I found inspirational and just different things I wanted to be reminded when I open up my phone, or just I wanted to see on my wallpaper. So you all see like note to self, starting your day with a Bible instead of your phone will change your life. Love that. That's still true. I think I am probably gonna keep that same note. I have a picture of like the Bible, picture of a tote bag because I still want a tote bag. Also on my wallpaper for 2023 for my phone, you see that a picture of keys to apartment. That did not happen this year. However, I'm still motivated, still driven to make that happen in 2024. Also a cup of a coffee. This quote that says, "Trust the seeds you are planting." I thought that was very fitting to my life and where I'm at right now. A picture of a girl doing makeup with a ring light that kind of just symbolized like YouTube. And this quote where it says, keep going. Then Proverbs 3:5-6, avocado, and this girl with her gym bag. So that was all kind of pictures that I wanted to set the tone for how I really wanted to step in and how I want my 2023 to be. And to be honest with you, that I would say like this wallpaper was so cute and so like just such my vibe for, you know, this year, that I'm excited to create a new one and for it to be more inspirational, more inspiring, and make me motivated to reach my goals every single day. So I'm super excited to create a new wallpaper slash, it's like a vision, it's like a mini vision board but for my phone, if that makes sense. So I want to show y'all how I do that. It's really simple, but I'm going to show you that a little later after I do some reflection. So let me go ahead and get my journal out, y'all, and sit here, put on some jazz music, and just reflect on 2023. All right, y'all, I am officially done doing my journal reflection on 2023. I literally have like 3 pages worth of like journaling, writing down my thoughts, you know, just really thinking about what I have learned about this year, what it has taught me, you know, my wins, my losses. And it was really therapeutic to do that today, just to like have basically the end of the year kind of like journal reflection of 2023. And I first want to talk about, I'm going to pop up the picture with the questions to the end of the year journal prompts, so they're right here, and I'm going to share with you all answers to one of the questions. Question 2 was, what were my biggest challenges this year and my biggest wins? So I'm going to discuss like my biggest challenges this year. So some of my biggest challenges were being spiritually disciplined. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I discussed like, you know, one of my goals this year was to draw closer to God, really tap into my spiritual discipline where I am, you know, abiding in Christ every single day, reading my word, praying, and different things like that. And I can say, you know, that's something that was a challenge for me, and that's something I really want to work towards in the new year. So that was a huge challenge for me, just being spiritually disciplined. Distractions, so social media was like a distraction for me, like Instagram was a huge distraction to me. TikTok, like when I found myself like being bored and not wanting to do the task at hand, I would find myself just being endless scrolling, just being just on social media, just scrolling, and I could have used that time to be reading my Bible and talking to God. Also, negative self-talk was a huge challenge for me. I just kept negatively talking down on myself, and to the point where it kind of crippled me in how I wanted to perform or show up for myself. It definitely depleted my motivation and me being consistent certain goals that I have made for myself. Those are some of my biggest challenges this year that of course I feel comfortable sharing with you all. Some of my biggest wins this year was, you know, just obtaining a part-time position as a community college counselor. I love what I do. I love helping students, and I love working in the field that I'm currently working in. Of course, it has its challenges. Of course, it was very tough being a new counselor and, you know, making a lot of mistakes. One thing about it, I did not give up even when things got hard, even when I didn't know something or I didn't feel extremely knowledgeable. I kept going, and I guess you can say that's my biggest win, was just keep going at it, just keep going, keep learning, keep thriving, keep like learning from my mistakes when it comes to me being a new counselor this year. So that's one of my biggest wins, was to just keep going. Losing weight was a huge win for me this year. I didn't lose like double digit numbers, but I did lose 8 pounds. And for me, I'm so proud of myself, because I have always really struggled with my weight, especially the last couple years. I just felt like the weight has not been coming off of me, even though I've been working out and moving my body. So really being intentional with my weight loss and like trying to figure out what is working and what's not working when it comes to me losing weight. Another one for me this year was discovering fasting and sticking with fasting. Like, fasting has become a lifestyle for me. Like, I absolutely love fasting because it has changed my gut health. It has changed the way I crave food and different things like that. Like, I don't eat like how I used to. I don't overeat. I just feel like 100% way better than I used to before I started my fasting journey back in June. So that was a huge win for me. Finally, another one was becoming a lot more confident in myself, y'all. I can say like this year, like I don't know, something with my confidence just like, I don't know, boosted up. Like, I have never felt this confident within myself, I think, ever. Like, I just feel like this year I really tapped into starting to accept and love myself for who I am. And at 28 years old, I can finally say like, I do have flaws. I'm not perfect, but I love myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working towards becoming the woman of my dream. No, I haven't reached the goals that I want to accomplish in becoming the woman that I want to become, but I'm working towards it, right? Like, I'm actively doing it. So I definitely feel like I'm on my way to becoming the best version of myself. So those are some of my answers to the end of the year journal prompt. I highly recommend that you all sit down for 1 or 2 hours and just like reflect, do an end of the year reflection. Or maybe, you know, you don't do your 2024 prep and planning and reset all that until like January 1st. So be it. Do whatever you need to do, but I highly encourage you to do it sometime where you're just sitting down and like really reflect on 2023 and some of the things that you have accomplished. Kind of help you think about, okay, what did I learn in 2023? And what are some of the things that I want to do and not do in 2024 that I had some hard lessons or I learned from in 2023. So I really encourage you all just to sit with yourself, really reflect, and sit down and reflect and create your 2024 goals. So it's that time that I show you all how I create my mini digital vision board for my iPhone for like the wallpaper. And so first I pull up Pinterest. Everybody should know what Pinterest is. If you don't, it's basically a source of where you can get pictures from different people online who I guess they posted it on social media or whatever, but a lot of people get inspo from Pinterest to create their vision board. So if you don't have a Pinterest account, definitely create one because it's just inspiring and I love it. So this particular picture that I chose, I just downloaded it. It's this girl with a light, digital light, and like content creation looks like. And so I was like, okay, 2024, I'm doing a lot more being consistent on my YouTube channel and different things like that. So what I do is I save those photos onto my photo library and then I upload it onto Canvas. Canvas is a website where you're able to create like YouTube thumbnails, websites, logos, I mean, all different types of stuff. So if you're looking into creating a YouTube channel and different things like that, I highly recommend that you create a Canvas account or PicMonkey. There's so many different websites you can use to create different, I don't know, logos, thumbnails, and different things like that, and even wallpapers and vision boards. So for me, I like Canvas. I use it for my YouTube channel and different things like that. And so as you see, I have gathered certain pictures from Pinterest and I'm uploading them onto Canvas and I'm putting them into the size that's going to be basically created for my iPhone font or iPhone size, if that makes sense. Whew, I don't know why I'm out of breath. This is why I don't do voice recording. But anyway, child, as y'all see, I am like centering and organizing how I want the photos to like kind of be laid out. And this is all on my iPad, by the way. I love using Canvas on my iPad because I find it to be easier when I'm creating certain like wallpapers, mood boards, and different things like that for my iPhone wallpaper, for my iPad wallpaper. And so you see these are some previous, well, this was my previous 2023 wallpaper. I kind of cut it short, but you guys saw it. And then you all see that this is just a snippet of my iPad wallpaper that that I basically kind of created last year. Of course, I gathered the pictures off of Pinterest and then I uploaded them onto Canvas. And here you all see me just kind of play around with the photos and how I want to center them onto the page, onto the wallpaper, I guess you can say. So, but yeah, I do this for like my iPad, like monthly kind of like mood boards, if that makes sense. And then of course I do the same thing for my iPhone and then for my digital yearly vision board. And so I love it. I love creating vision boards, digital vision boards, gathering quotes and pictures for a source of inspiration, because it just motivates me even more to keep going towards my goals and different things like that. And so, yeah, I absolutely love it. And then finally, you see this is kind of the final product of my iPad wallpaper. I just thought I should just go ahead and show y'all what that looked like. But this is like just for like January/February, my kind of like my mood board for the first 2 months of 2024. And I got a girl working out, discipline quote, my own YouTube channel as a source of information. As a source of inspo. I had to put something about me on there. I can't just, it's great to use other people as a source of inspo, but it's always good to put something about you in there. So overall, this is how I go about creating my iPhone digital vision board, and the same thing for my iPad. So hopefully this was helpful. Today is Saturday, December 30th, which means we are one day away from 2024. It is wild to me that this year went by so fast, but something about 2024, I am just like so optimistic. I'm super excited, and I just feel a lot more clarity entering 2024 than I did when I was entering 2023. I was out in for a ride this year. This year was my year of uncomfortability. This year was a year of a lot of growth, a lot of realizations. I've been in a growth stage for a few years now, but this year taught me a lot about who I hang out with, people who I want to surround myself with. It taught me a lot about, you know, my discipline, my consistency in different areas in my life and things that I need to improve. So 2023 was definitely a wake-up call in regards to certain things in my life that I need to give it 110%. I can't half it, you know, I can't just do half something. I have to give it my all. And just like I gave school my all, and I gave like college my all, grad school my all, I definitely need to give this thing called life 110% if I want to see certain results. So it was a year of a lot of clarity and a lot of lessons. So thank you 2023 for that. So with that being said, I want to discuss 3 of my 2024 goals that I feel comfortable with sharing with you all. The reason why I'm not sharing all my 2024 goals and resolutions and different things like that is because I feel like for me, when I tell people my goals and aspirations and dreams, I feel like I'm subject to a lot of criticism. I'm subject to like that not happening. And so certain things I realized, and that's one lesson I also realized in 2023, or I learned in 2023, was that sometimes, or most of the times, you really need to keep certain things to yourself. Do not overshare. And as someone who is a recovering oversharer, I am not oversharing no more. I'm not oversharing my goals, my aspirations to people I don't know or feel comfortable with. And I feel like the only person I need to talk to about my goals and my aspiration, things I want to accomplish, is with God. So therefore I'm moving a little differently, you know, starting right now, and not really practicing not oversharing and really keeping certain things to myself, hold it to the chest. I highly encourage you all not to share or overshare certain things, or especially your goals for this year to like friends or family. Maybe just keep some of those goals to yourself. Maybe just share 1 or 2. But you know what? Just try to keep it low-key and to yourself, because while you're working on those goals, I think that should be like your main priority. I feel like when we tell other people our goals and when we don't accomplish those goals, we really get down on ourselves. So I think it's really important just to keep certain things to yourself. So one of the goals that I want to accomplish in 2024 is being more spiritually disciplined. So when I say spiritually disciplined, that means praying consistently, reading my Bible consistently, and just abiding in God every single day, even if it's like a 2 or 3 minute prayer. And most importantly, intentionally seeking God every single day. I realized that if I want to know God for who he is, and to seek him and to know him and to just abide in him every day, I have to be intentionally seeking him through prayer, through reading my Bible. So that is something that I really want to work on. And so that is like probably like one of my top 1 or 2 goals on my list for 2024. Another goal of mine this year is to travel more within the United States. So I don't travel a lot, or haven't traveled a lot in my 28 years of life. So I just want to travel more. And I said within the United States because honestly, realistically, I'm not quite sure if, you know, traveling out the country is feasible for me next year. It might be, but I just want to say traveling more. I'm just gonna keep it very broad, but I kind of wrote on my goals list like traveling within the US, like to different states, because there's so many different states and I haven't even been to a lot of them. So I'm like, you know what, let me be a tourist in my own hashtag kind of ghetto country, and you know, just explore different states to say, hey, I visit there, I've been there. And yeah, so I just think it's really cool just to travel to different states and different places, and there's so many different states and places that I have not been, so I definitely want to travel more. So that's one of my goals, even if it's like to a random state that I never been to. I'm like, at least I can say I've been there. All right, y'all, so another goal of mine for 2024 is to be consistent here on YouTube. And I'm not gonna go into like how specific of a detail I'm gonna try or strategize, or I'm not gonna tell y'all in detail how I plan to be consistent on YouTube, because I just need to not talk about it, I need to be about it. But I really want to be more consistent on YouTube if I want to see my channel grow and flourish. And so that is one of my goals, just be consistent on this platform, be consistent, and like maybe creating shorts and maybe on TikTok. I don't know, I just feel really creative right now. I've been on like a break from work, and I just feel like I have like did some thinking, I did some reflecting, and I'm like, I really love editing YouTube video. I love learning how to edit and just different things when it comes to YouTube. I love learning about this platform and how I can grow and different things like that. And so I really want to have a healthy balance of my 9-to-5 job and my passion, which is my YouTube and my personal brand. So those are some of my 2024 goals. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a like, a thumbs up, okay? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do if this channel resonates with you. I am so excited for 2024, and I'm super excited to see where this platform and where life is going to take me. So I'm wishing you all a safe and great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.